Hello friends, welcome back to Udofia Animations. I want to start by saying a massive thank you to every single one of you, our loyal subscribers, new viewers, and everyone who shares and comments. Because of you, this channel is going viral, and it's all your support that makes it possible. Today, we bring you part 2 of this powerful story, packed with truth, confrontation, and hard-learned lessons. Let's dive in.
Kenneth. You truly are something else. Your own best friend? The man who trusts you like blood? And you want to milk him dry, like he's some cash cow? I mean, yes, I'll get my cut. The figures are sweet. Very sweet. But I can't lie, something about this sits uneasily in my gut. Solomon doesn't look like someone who has a lot. The guy is just trying to build a home for his family. And yet, here we are, plotting how to squeeze him for more than double the real cost. Well, who am I to judge? Business is business. And Kenneth is the one pulling the strings. Me? I just play my role. Still, some betrayals run too deep. God help us all if this thing backfires. Because once a man discovers betrayal, even a smile from a friend becomes suspicious. Let me just deliver the quote and take my share. After that, I'll wash my hands clean. Solomon, my brother. My friend. The man who is always thinking ahead. You see why I always tell people that you're a man of vision? You want to build something great for your family, and you're not cutting corners. I respect that. Deeply.
Kenneth, you know I don't joke with you. If anyone else had advised me on this project, I'd have ignored it. But coming from you, I knew you'd guide me like a brother. And seeing how you've brought your trusted contractor here yourself, I'm truly grateful. Felix, right?
Yes, sir. Felix is my name. And I must say, Kenneth has told me a lot about you, your honesty, your hard work, your character. Men like you are rare these days. I've looked at your project brief, and with what Kenneth has explained, I believe we can execute it with utmost professionalism and excellence.
That's what I want to hear. My dream is not just a house, it's a home. Something solid. Something that'll last for generations. I don't want to manage things and start repairing in 5 years.
Exactly. That's what I told him, Felix. I said, my friend doesn't like rubbish. He wants a house that speaks class and confidence. And you know me, I'd never recommend just anyone. If Felix wasn't good, I'd rather stay quiet. Well, here's what I've come up with after going through the location details and size Kenneth described. The estimate will cover everything, from foundation to finishing. Tiles, plumbing, electricals, roofing, all high-quality materials. No shortcuts.
This is quite detailed. The total is a little higher than I expected. But I understand good work costs money. And with Kenneth by my side, I'm not afraid. I'll find the money.
That's the spirit. My brother, I always tell you, you're a doer, not a talker. Besides, think about it, what's money when the foundation of your family is involved? You'll recover. And the house will speak for itself. And to be honest, sir, there's still room for adjustments if we face any unforeseen costs. But I assure you, we won't compromise on the structure. Once we sign the agreement, work begins immediately.
Felix, I'm trusting you because Kenneth trusts you. I'm ready to move forward. I'll talk to my bank this week and pull out some savings too. Kenneth will also monitor things as they go.
Of course. I'll be on site every step of the way. I'll make sure everything is done to perfection. Solomon, you have nothing to worry about. Just prepare your mind for a beautiful home. Then let me go back and prepare the full legal contract. By next week, we can sign and begin the first phase. Thank you again, sir, for the opportunity.
No, thank you both. I'm so blessed to have a friend like Kenneth. In fact, I believe God connects people for purposes like this. This home will be a testimony.
It will be, my brother. Trust me. This is only the beginning. You see how easy it is? The man trusts me more than his own blood. Once the first deposit lands, you know what to do. I'll do it. But Kenneth, I hope this doesn't come back to bite us. Relax, my friend. We'll eat well and still be heroes in his eyes. I'll do it. But Kenneth, I hope this doesn't come back to bite us. Relax, my friend. We'll eat well and still be heroes in his eyes.
Ngozi, I still can't believe Kenneth is actually going through with this. Are you people not afraid? What if Solomon finds out? Find out what? That he's too trusting for his own good. Solomon handed over his future to Kenneth as if they share the same blood. My dear, men like him deserve what they get. Always feeling like he's better than others. Always talking with pride and carrying himself like a saint. But this is his life savings you people are targeting. Oh. And his wife, that Amaka, doesn't joke with money. You think she won't suspect anything? She's already suspicious. Kenneth told me. But her husband won't listen to her. He even yelled at her when she raised her concerns. That's the irony, he trusts Kenneth more than his own wife. So let them carry the cross together. This Felix guy too, he's really bold to be part of this. And you? Ngozi, you're even encouraging your husband. Aren't you worried about karma? My dear, let's be real. Opportunities like this don't come every day. With the money Solomon is about to drop, Kenneth will finally build our own house. No more rent. No more debts. No more begging. If that makes me wicked, so be it. Besides, we'll still give them something physical. It's not like they'll be left with nothing. Amaka. What? What are you doing here?
I came to return your baking pan. But I see God brought me here for something far more serious.
And that's where we'll pause for now. The game has changed. Secrets are out. Trust is broken. But what will Amaka do next? Will Solomon finally see the truth about his so-called best friend? Or is it already too late? Get ready, part 2 is coming with even deeper drama and spiritual lessons. If you enjoyed this, please comment, share, and most importantly, stay tuned. Thank you once again to all our wonderful channel members and subscribers. We love and appreciate you.
Ah, Amaka, you won't believe it. Kenneth has really shown me that he's a true brother. In fact, he didn't waste time, he's already brought in an expert for our building project. His name is Felix. The man looked very professional when Kenneth introduced him. You see? This is why I keep telling you that when you have someone you can trust, things move faster. Now, we're talking about someone who will give me peace of mind in this whole process. No need to go round looking for people we don't know. Felix will handle it.
Solomon. Before you start praising Kenneth and this Felix, please listen to me first. What I heard today.
Amaka, please. You women always want to bring suspicion where there is none. Kenneth has proven himself again. He didn't even wait for me to struggle looking for contractors. He knows what I want and who can deliver it. You don't understand, friendship like this is rare. You can't just be dragging stories when we should be celebrating progress. In fact, Kenneth told me Felix's track record is spotless.
Solomon, I'm not trying to destroy anything. I came here with something very important to tell you. This is not just suspicion. This is about what I heard from Gozi herself.
Amaka. Enough. You just don't understand loyalty between men. I trust Kenneth more than anyone else. You're my wife, yes, but this is man-to-man business. You wouldn't know the kind of bond we have. When a brother brings you someone for such a delicate project, you don't go questioning his motives. That's disrespect. So please, let's not start sowing seeds of mistrust now.
Solomon, I only hope you're not digging a pit for yourself with your own hands.
Ah, Kenneth, my brother. You just left me thinking about how God blesses people with the right friends.
Haha, my guy. You know I'll always look out for you. I just wanted to follow up on the project. Felix is ready to get things moving, and you know the earlier we start, the faster you'll be in your new home. So, when should we expect the initial disbursement? Felix will need to mobilize his men and purchase materials immediately.
Don't worry, Kenneth. I'm sorting it out. I'll gather all the money Amaka has saved and add it to the loan I'm processing from the bank. You can tell Felix to get ready. I'll bring the money as soon as possible. I'm excited, my brother.
That's the spirit, Solomon. I knew you wouldn't delay. We're building something great here, trust me.
Yes, I do. I really trust you, my brother.
Ha. This is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for. All these years of sitting in the dust, watching others rise, it's my turn now. Solomon's money, both the loan and his wife's savings, will not only handle his so-called project. Oh no. With this money, I will build 2 houses. One for him, one for myself. No, scratch that, 2 for myself. He won't even know the half of it. When Felix and I are done, I'll have cleared my outstanding bills, dressed myself like a king, and set my family up in a house people will envy. My time of eating crumbs is over. This is the feast.
Solomon, you keep dismissing me as if I have no sense. You think because I'm a woman, I don't understand numbers, contracts, or deceit. But let me tell you now, this loan you are rushing to take, I will be a party to it. My signature will be on it. And I am telling you clearly. I will never release my savings, not a dime, unless you remove Kenneth from this project. I will not sit by and watch you put our entire future into the hands of one man who can ruin us.
Amaka, do you know what you are saying? Kenneth is my closest friend. If I tell him you said this, he will feel betrayed. Why would you even demand such a thing? Don't you trust my judgment? Haven't I handled our matters well before?
You've handled our matters? Solomon, what you are doing now is not handling, it's gambling. It's not just about friendship. It's about our future, our children's inheritance. If anything goes wrong, you and I will be left with debt so heavy we may never recover. Friendship will not pay the bank. Friendship will not feed us. I am warning you now because I still love you enough to speak. If you go ahead with Kenneth, I will not be part of that loan, and my savings will stay where they are, safe.
So it has come to this? You're setting conditions for me like I'm a child. Fine. Keep your money. I will still go ahead with Kenneth. If you want to stand in the way of progress, that's on you.
Solomon, progress without wisdom is destruction in disguise.
Felix, I'm glad Kenneth brought you into this. From what he said, you're a man who knows his craft well. Now, I want this place to be a proper statement, solid foundation, quality materials, no shortcuts. We've been planning this for years, and I want to do it once and for all. I want something my children will inherit and say, Dad built this with his sweat. Money is tight, yes, but Kenneth assured me you can make it work.
Solomon, you've got a fine piece of land here. It's got potential. Now, here's how I see it. If we do the foundation deeper than usual, we can ensure longevity. But we'll need to source materials from specific suppliers I trust. They may cost a bit more upfront, but in the long run, you'll thank me. And as for labor, I'll handle the hiring personally, so there's no funny business on the site.
That's good to hear. I'm not a builder, Felix, so I'm putting my faith in you and Kenneth. I don't mind stretching my finances if it means quality. But I want full updates as the work goes on. No surprises.
Absolutely. In fact, I'll even send you weekly progress reports. Kenneth and I will make sure this project goes smoothly from start to finish. Trust me, once this house is done, you'll forget the stress of the loan entirely.
Ha, may it be so. Kenneth really found the right man for the job.
Kenneth, I don't understand you. How could you let Solomon take Felix to the site without you? Are you forgetting what you two discussed? This is not the time to relax. You should be there, guiding every conversation, making sure the plan stays in place. What if Felix suddenly decides to play smart and take Solomon's side fully? What if he decides to cut you out and run his own deal?
Ngozi, calm down. Felix and I have been partners for years. He's not foolish enough to bite the hand that feeds him. He knows exactly what we're doing here and how much he stands to gain. Besides, me not being there actually helps. It makes Solomon trust Felix more, and that means less suspicion towards me.
I hear you, but you are taking a big risk. You know how greed works. Today Felix is loyal, tomorrow he could decide he wants the whole pot for himself. If you let your guard down now, all your so-called plan could turn against you.
Ngozi, I'm telling you, everything is under control. Felix wouldn't dare betray me. We're tied together in too many other deals for him to cross me. This one is just bigger than the rest. Besides, even if he tried, I've set things up so that I'd still get the bigger share. Trust me, you'll be smiling when the money starts flowing.
I hope your confidence is not the very thing that destroys you, Kenneth. Just remember, it's not wise to trust anyone too much, not even your own partner in crime.
Heh. Kenneth thinks he's the master of the game. Solomon thinks I'm the savior of his dream home. But me? I'm the man standing in the middle, holding both ends of the rope. And the one who holds the rope decides who gets pulled. And who gets tied up. Kenneth sure is fat, no doubt. But when I look at this project and the kind of money Solomon is ready to throw in, I start to wonder. Why settle for crumbs when the whole loaf is right in front of me? If I play this right, both of them will be dancing to my tune without even knowing it. Ah, money. You really have a way of making friends forget they were friends in the first place.
America. What nonsense is this? I just came from the bank, and they're telling me there's a restriction placed on my loan application, by you. You went behind my back to sabotage me? Do you think I don't know what I'm doing? Do you think I'm a fool in my own house?
Solomon, lower your voice. This is our home, not a marketplace. I did it because I love you. I did it because I cannot stand by and watch you throw our future into a pit just to please a man who is not even your blood. You are ready to risk all our savings, put our family in debt, and trust a project entirely into Kenneth's hands. And now I hear from his own wife that this whole arrangement is not what it seems.
What it seems? Amaka, Kenneth is my best friend. He's the only one who will ensure this project is done properly. Do you know how insulting it is that you'd rather believe gossip than believe your own husband? This is exactly why I told you not to get involved. You women don't understand these matters.
Oh, I understand more than you think. I understand when a man is walking into a trap with his eyes wide open. I understand when loyalty blinds someone so much that they can't see danger standing right in front of them. Solomon, you may call it gossip, but I call it a warning from God himself. I will not stand by while you hand over everything we've worked for to a man who may not have your best interests at heart.
You've crossed the line, Amaka. You've gone behind me, and you've embarrassed me before the bank. Do you know the kind of delay and disgrace you've caused me? Yes, hello.
Ah, Solomon. Good evening, my brother. I'm just calling to give you an update. We've started making progress. I've already ordered some of the key materials, cement, rods, and gravel, and the suppliers are expecting payment before the end of tomorrow. If we delay, the prices might go up or the materials might get redirected to another project. So, I'll need you to release the payment quickly so we don't lose momentum.
Payment? Felix, I'm dealing with a situation here. The bank has just told me there's an issue with my loan because of a restriction. I don't even have the funds in my hand right now.
I understand, but you see, Solomon, in construction, timing is everything. If we miss this window, we might have to start over with higher costs. I've already put my own credibility on the line with these suppliers, telling them the payment is coming. Please, don't let me down.
Felix, I'm not letting you down. This is just complicated. I'll sort it out. Somehow, I'll sort it out.
All right, my brother. I trust you'll handle it. Just let me know as soon as the money is ready. Good night. Ah, Felix, my man. You've finally called. How's the site? How's everything moving? I trust our friend Solomon is cooperating fully. Cooperating? My brother, that man is more than ready to cooperate. He's desperate. I just got off the phone with him. Apparently, there's a problem with his loan. His wife has gone to the bank to restrict it. He's furious, but you should have heard the way he was talking, like a man who will do anything just to make sure this project moves forward. He doesn't even have the money yet, but he's promising me he will sort it out somehow. That tells you everything you need to know about his state of mind. Good, good. This is exactly the kind of pressure I was hoping he'd be under. You see, Felix, when a man is desperate, he stops counting his coins. He will sign anything you put in front of him just to keep things moving. That's when we make our moves. Don't worry, my plan is intact. He will think we are pushing this project for his benefit. Meanwhile, we are building our own future with his sweat. True talk, my brother. But let me tell you, he's already worried about the payment for the materials I've ordered. I told him the suppliers are waiting. That will keep him awake all night thinking of how to get the money. And the best part? He trusts me so much already that he didn't even ask for a breakdown of the costs. Ha. Just like I said, Solomon is too soft when it comes to people he calls friends. He thinks loyalty means blind trust. By the time this is over, I'll have enough to finish 2 houses, yes, 2. One to rent out, and one to live in. And I'll finally clear those debts that have been hanging on my neck like a heavy chain. My brother, This is the season for me to rise from the dust of the ground. Then we must move quickly. The more time passes, the more chance his wife has to poison his mind against you. I can see she's already suspicious. That woman has sharp eyes, Kenneth. Let her suspect all she wants. As long as Solomon still sees me as his brother, she can't touch this plan. You know what they say, a man's enemies are those of his own household. And in this case, his own stubbornness will be his undoing. Keep the pressure on, Felix. Let him feel that any delay will destroy the project. Once the first disbursement comes in, we move fast and deep. Consider it done. We'll make sure he's too far in to turn back. Ah, this one will be sweet. 2 houses, debts cleared, money in the bank. And all from a man who thinks I'm his savior. Solomon will never even see it coming. By the time everything is done, he will still be thanking me for helping him. Ha! People don't know how far loyalty can blind them. Felix will handle the suppliers. We'll make sure the invoices look perfect. Solomon won't question anything. And when the disbursement comes in, we move sharp. No delays. Time for me to rise from this dust of the ground and stand tall. Ah, Ngozi will be proud. Ah, Amaka. Look who we have here. What a pleasant surprise, my sister. How now? You didn't even call before coming.
Good evening, Kenneth. I came to drop something for Ngozi. She said she was around, so I decided to pass by. I didn't know you were having such an interesting conversation with yourself.
Oh, that? Ah, you know me. I like to talk to myself sometimes, just planning things, strategizing. We men, we always have 100 thoughts in our head.
I understand planning. But what I just heard didn't sound like ordinary planning. It sounded like someone who already knows how everything will end, and not necessarily for the good of others.
Come on, Amaka, you know I am only trying to help my brother Solomon. You think I'd ever harm him? He's like family to me. Without me, how would he even know which direction to face in this project? All this stress will soon be over when we finish and celebrate together.
Kenneth, my husband trusts you more than he listens to me. That's dangerous. You're the only person whose words he never questions. I just hope you understand the weight of that trust, because if anything happens to him because of it, I will never forgive you.
Amaka, you're making it sound like I'm plotting against my own blood. Don't worry, by the time you see the finished house, you will thank me yourself. I have everything under control.
This entire situation has taken a sharp turn, and I cannot sit here folding my arms as if the world will just open its hands and give me the funds I need. Amaka's interference with the bank has cut off the most straightforward option I had, but that does not mean the project will die in my hands. If one path is blocked, then wisdom demands I search for another. Perhaps I can speak with private lenders, or approach some of my old business associates who still believe in my capabilities. Even if it means striking a deal that benefits them more than me at the start, it will be better than letting this dream fade away. This project is more than just cement and wood. It is the proof of my reliability, and I will not let it fail under my watch. One way or another, I must find an alternative, even if I have to dig deep into places I thought I had left behind.
Kenneth, before we go further into planning the construction stages, I think we should first address the matter of how the profits will be shared when the project reaches completion. From my perspective, considering the cost of the materials I've already ordered, the labor contacts I have secured, and the fact that I will personally supervise the work from foundation to roofing, it would be fair that my share is slightly higher. I am not asking for a drastic imbalance, but a small margin that acknowledges the extra weight I am carrying and ensuring the work moves smoothly without delays. Felix, I understand and appreciate the efforts you are willing to make, but we should not overlook the fact that the initial spark for this project, the land negotiations, and the community approvals all came through my connections. If we talk about shoulders carrying weight, then both of ours are equally pressed. I have been the one convincing hesitant parties, smoothing over disputes, and ensuring that influential voices support our plan. Without that groundwork, your materials and labor teams would have no site to work on. That is why I believe an equal share, or even a slightly higher one for me, would reflect the reality of our contributions. You make a fair point about the groundwork, and I will not deny the influence you have leveraged. But Kenneth, influence is only valuable when it leads to visible progress, and progress needs resources. I am taking on a financial strain that you are not fully exposed to, and risk has its own price. If the materials are delayed, or costs rise unexpectedly, I am the one whose personal accounts will feel the pinch. That kind of vulnerability deserves recognition in the final share. True, but remember that vulnerability is not only financial. Political and social capital is just as delicate. If this project fails, I will face the shame and questions from community elders and stakeholders, and that kind of damage is far harder to repair than a financial loss. Money can be replenished. Reputation is not so easily rebuilt. I have staked my name on this, Felix, and that risk, in my eyes, carries equal weight to yours. You speak wisely, Kenneth. Perhaps we are each holding a side of the same coin, and the coin cannot be complete without both sides. I am willing to consider equal shares if it means we can move forward without friction. Then let us put aside the calculations and focus on what truly matters, getting this project off the ground. The faster we start, the faster we both see the fruit of our efforts. I want nothing more than to hear the sound of the first foundation being laid. Agreed. May the first blow of the hammer come sooner than we expect, and may the project stand as a lasting proof of what we can achieve together. Besides, I will come to you this evening to finalize on this matter. Fine. That's the best place to settle the matter and not in the office.
So, Felix and Kenneth have already ironed out their personal interests, while I am still struggling to breathe life into the very foundation of this plan. They speak of equal shares and smooth progress, as though the funds will appear by magic. Yet here I am, carrying the real weight of finding where that money will come from. It's not that I resent their readiness. In fact, I admire it, but it stings to know they are already securing their benefits, while I am the one scrambling in the shadows for the resources to even begin. Still, this is not the time for bitterness. I must tread carefully, for any display of frustration might make them think I am losing control. What I need now is composure to face them, to reassure them, and at the same time, work my own channels behind the scenes. If they are expecting me to produce results, then I will make sure those results arrive. But on my terms. Let them think the funds came effortlessly. The true story of what I will endure to get them will remain mine alone. Amreka. I know I have spoken many words in the past that have hurt you, and I know my actions have not made it easier for you to believe that I value your counsel. But tonight, I am coming to you not with arguments, not with anger, but with a plea, a genuine plea from my heart. I am asking you to forgive me. Forgive me for all the times I dismissed your advice as if it were a small thing. Forgive me for letting my pride and stubbornness blind me from seeing that you were only trying to protect me from harm. I do not want this wall between us anymore. I need you to see me as your husband who still desires peace in this home.
You have asked me for forgiveness before, Solomon, but this time feels different. You keep repeating it, more than once today, more than once this week. It is as though something heavy is pressing on you. Why now? Why this sudden humility? What is going on that I do not know about? Tell me the truth, because I can feel there is more to your words than just remorse.
You are right, America. There is more. I overheard Kenneth's wife speaking to you, and I brushed it aside. I heard whispers of things between Kenneth and Felix that I chose to ignore because I wanted to believe everything was fine. But I was wrong. I was blind, and worse, I was arrogant enough to think I could handle everything myself without listening to you. Now I see clearly, their partnership is not as innocent as they made it appear. They have been planning their own advantages, securing their own positions, while I have been the one exposed, scrambling for the funds to make this project possible. I should have listened to you from the beginning, because you saw what I refused to see.
Solomon, if you had truly considered my warnings, we might have approached this differently from the start. I have no joy in being right, in fact, I wish I had been wrong. But what matters now is what you will do with this awareness. Are you going to keep pressing forward with people whose loyalty is questionable, or will you pause and reassess? Because no matter what, your decision will affect not just you, but me, our family, and our peace.
I will not lie to you, pulling out now would be difficult, and perhaps impossible without losing everything I have already invested. But I can move with caution, and I can ensure that I am no longer walking into their plans blindly. Your words will not be ignored anymore, America. I am truly sorry for the distance I created between us because of my pride. Hello. Kenneth.
Solomon, good evening. I know it is late, but I had to call you because the situation with the project is becoming urgent. The workers I secured are getting restless, and the suppliers are starting to ask for confirmation dates. If we wait too much longer, I may lose some of them to other jobs, which will not only delay us but might also increase the costs when we try to rehire or find replacements. My suggestion is that you release at least the initial payment now, so we can mobilize materials and manpower. The sooner we start, the easier it will be to maintain momentum and finish on schedule. If we delay further, every step ahead will become more expensive. Felix, I understand your point, and I also feel the pressure to begin. But you must know that releasing funds without proper preparation can be dangerous. If I commit to this first payment, I need to be sure you will immediately act on it and not allow the work to stall for any reason. Can you assure me that everything on your side will move the moment the money is in your hands? Absolutely. I have already arranged with the suppliers. The only thing missing is the payment to initiate delivery. Once that is done, the materials will arrive within days, and my team will be on site. We will not waste time.
All right, Felix. I will think on it tonight and give you an answer by tomorrow.
That must be one of them, right?
Exactly. Excuse me. Hello.
Solomon, I won't take much of your time. I just want to speak plainly. The project needs a strong signal to everyone watching that we are serious. The elders are already asking questions about when the work will begin, and the community's trust is something we cannot afford to lose. If you can drop the initial payment now, even if it's not the full amount, we can clear the site, set the foundation, and show visible progress. That visibility will keep everyone's confidence high, and it might even inspire others to step in with additional support. Momentum, once lost, is very hard to regain. Kenneth, I hear you, and I agree that the community's perception matters. But you also know that rushing without readiness can create bigger problems. If I release these funds, I expect all permits, clearances, and possible obstacles on your end to be completely handled. I cannot have the work stopping midway because of issues with approvals or disputes. I give you my word, Solomon. I will personally ensure that nothing on my site causes a delay. No political interference, No land disputes, no community pushback. If you can make that payment, we will start immediately, and there will be no turning back.
Very well. Like I told Felix, I will decide tonight and inform both of you tomorrow. America. I've been thinking. I can't keep going halfway, pretending I am making my own decisions when deep down I need your counsel. You've been right before, and I ignored you. Now, with this project, I want to fall back completely on your advice. Whatever you recommend, I'll follow.
Solomon, that means a lot. I'll speak plainly. Gozi told me something I didn't want to believe at first. She overheard Kenneth talking to a friend about plans that cut you out once the project gains traction. And she also mentioned hearing Kenneth and Felix speaking in low tones about taking the bigger share quietly. They think you trust them too much to notice.
So, all my doubts were real. They have been making moves behind my back.
Yes. If you go ahead, they'll only use your money to strengthen themselves and weaken your position. My advice? Confront them with the truth and walk away. It's better to end now than to regret later.
Kenneth, I've heard about your private talks, both with others and with Felix. I know about the plans to push me into funding and then claim the larger share once things take off. Ngozi told Emeka what she overheard, and it matches what I've been sensing.
Solomon. It's not what you think.
It's exactly what I think. I trusted you, Kenneth, but your own words betrayed you. I won't fight or argue. I'm simply telling you, this is where our business together ends. I wish you well, but I'm done.
Wow! Welcome, Mr. Solomon.
Felix, I know everything. The talks you had with Kenneth, the agreement to edge me out while still taking my money to start the project, I've heard it all. I gave you my trust, and you chose secrecy instead.
Solomon, it was just business talk.
Business without honesty isn't business, Felix. I'm thankful I learned the truth before paying a kobo. From today, I'm not doing any business with either of you. No anger, no grudges, just wisdom gained. May you find success, but not at my expense.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Daniel Udofia Animations. Your likes, comments, and shares are the heartbeat of this channel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Until next time, stay wise, stay inspired, and keep supporting the stories that matter.